Hey guys, Thrasnos here, and I am back. I actually already recorded this video, and three more others, and after recording all of them, I realized that I did not have proper microphone input, and so none of my voice wasn't any of them, so I have to redo all of them, starting now. So here we are. We just completed the evacuation mission, and we've unlocked Ariel Hansen, who unlocks the laboratory. So here we are in the laboratory. Actually, I don't think it's a direct relationship. I believe it opens up the laboratory after you complete your 5th mission. So here we are. And now we can get our research upgrades. And we've done a couple Zerg missions, so we have enough to get one of these two researches. What are they called? Upgrades. We're going to call them upgrades. So I stick with the fortified bunker as sort of a rule. The Shrike turret is not bad by any means. It's actually very good, like having an extra marine in your bunker, which is very good. So I wouldn't say that the Shrike turret is by any means worse than the fortified bunker, but I generally like to stick with bunkers that are as meaty and useful as possible. So that's why I get that one. So there we go, that takes care of that. And before we head off to do our mission, we're actually going to run by the armory here. And we're going to grab combat shield for our marines. And I think that's all we're going to grab for this mission. That's all we really need. Run by the canteen actually as well and pick up some mercenaries. We're going to grab these hammer securities, not because we need them in this next mission, but because they're really good to have for other missions and we don't want to forget. So off we go to the bridge. And we're going to have 2 missions available to us. We're going to have the mission Redstone and Minehof. The Devil's Playground and Outbreak. And we're actually going to hold off a little bit on Minehof because part of our strategy for this mission is going to involve Reapers, which we don't get from until we complete the Redstone mission. So yeah, here we go into it. It's kind of a long one, guys. Just warning you ahead of time, because it takes a while to kind of gather all these minerals. So just prepare yourselves here. And here we go. This is where we meet Gabriel Tosh. He's one of my favorite characters in here. I like him a lot. And the gist of this mission is you need to collect 8,000 minerals, which sounds sort of easy, just bunker down and defend, except for the resources are all only on low ground, and they're all high yield minerals, which is great. You get them faster. You get 7 instead of 5 per trip, per SCV trip. But the low ground gets flooded with lava every 4 or 5 minutes. So that adds a little bit of trickiness to it. Fortunately, your buildings can lift off because you're Terran, so that's great. And you can just move your SCVs. So the trick is going to be moving your SCVs out of the low ground and onto the high ground and lifting up your command centers to protect them. On Brutal, though, it's going to be a little bit harder than that because we have to worry about heavy Zerg attacks. And shockingly, our income isn't going to come mostly... Well, our income is going to come from mining, but most of our resources aren't going to come from mining these resources here. They're actually going to come from raiding the Zerg bases, which have minerals stashed in them. So our strategy is going to basically be bunker down and take as few places as possible until we get a decent-sized army, and then just killing all the Zerg bases. And that'll solve the problem of the Zerg attacks. It will also solve the problem of our minerals. So here we go. We can see our first lava eruption. What you're going to want to do is, as soon as you see it, not so much on that first attack, as soon as you see it, though, you're going to want to grab all of your STVs and pull them onto the high ground and lift up your command center if you have a command center on the low ground. That's not going to apply right away, so it's not going to apply right now, but we'll have to deal with it a little bit later. And for unit composition in this mission, we're actually going to be rolling heavily with medics and marines, because marines are really good against zerglings and hydralisks, which are going to be pretty much almost the entire attack forces of our enemies. We're also going to have lots of mutalisks. So we'll just stick with marines and medics, and maybe a couple firebats to help us with the zerglings.
Reapers, you say? Hell boy, we gotta train more of these guys.
And
They're
here comes the
seriously
second part of
badass.
this mission. Reapers, these guys are excellent. Look, they can run up to these high grounds, and they can also run over here. And on all these little extra high grounds, we have little groups of minerals. So I'm going to be running around and grabbing those as I go. And what you want to do is you want to keep them on the high ground because they're actually very weak, but they're very good against Zerglings and Hydralisks. As you actually look, you can see they do almost more than double damage versus light armor, and they shoot with 2 weapons, and they shoot very quickly. So they're going to be a key unit for us. I'm actually going to leave my guys parked here in the corner so that the Zerglings, when they come, don't get as much of a surround.
You gonna give me orders? Gangway, coming through. Armed and ready. This better be.
And I'm actually just going to wait for this first Zergling attack here,
Go ahead.
because I know it's coming pretty soon. And I'm gonna have this guy build some supply depots. So on the very beginning, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna drop down a tech lab, and we're gonna start building up a bunch of Marines and medics to help us defend against these Zergling attacks that come right at the beginning. Now we don't really need to worry about building more STVs. Actually, this is a large group of STVs, but it makes it a little bit harder to control them if we fall under attack. Or for the lava attacks, because you can only load up 5 into a command center and then lift it off. So we're gonna get another command center here later. And then that will help us because it's only got 5 SCVs, and so you can just dump all the SCVs into it, lift it off, and you never have to think about it again. Now I'm actually only going to stick with 1 gas for this mission because I'm really actually not running with a gas-heavy army. I only really need upgrades, and I need Marines and medics, and I'm actually not going to be training any Reapers if I can help it. So we're going to grab all of our guys. You see the screen shake, that's when we know lava's coming.
Alert. Lava surge imminent.
I'm actually
Evacuate
going
low
to use
ground
these
immediately.
heroes. Skip out on that fire bat there. And there's the lava. Lava! Something very useful about the lava is the lava will kill any Zerg attack waves that are approaching you if they're on the low ground. So that's very helpful.
All clear. It is now safe to proceed with mining operations.
Alright, now we're going to go drop a bunker over here, and we're going to put some supply depots next to it so we can form a wall. Send these guys back to go mine.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
And I have a decent-sized attack force here now. And here comes an attack of Zerglings, but we handled that just fine. Use Stim Pack quite liberally. It's going to help a lot because Zerglings die so quickly, so if you can kill as many of them as possible before they get to you, they'll just do that much less damage to you. And we're running pretty low on this base here.
This better be good.
Mineral field depleted.
Gonna load 4 Marines up into there. I'm actually gonna hotkey my barracks.
Mineral field depleted.
I'm gonna go grab this command center over here to the north. We can see we've got a little optional quest here to go save these guys. We're gonna stim and run in and find these guys.
Since you're doing right by
Here they are.
I'll do right by you.
Alright, so we're gonna load these guys up into this command center, and we're gonna go drop it over here in this northern base. And we're also gonna go grab some Reapers that are hiding over here.
About time. Let's finish up this contract.
Alright, and then we're gonna tell them to go hang out on that high ground. Oh no, we're not. We're actually gonna go grab these, then go over here. Much better. Alright, and we're gonna tell our guys to go back over here and defend. And now we're gonna have to deal with defending 2 bases. Guard my supply depots, unload my guys there. And these guys are done.
You scared me. Gotcha.
So now I'm actually going to build another command center. And tell my Reapers to get up here on the high ground so they don't die to some Zergling attack. Reapers are very frail. It's really unfortunate, actually. And I'm going to get my research going. And I'm going to build another barracks. And on this one, I'm going to drop a reactor, actually. I'm actually going to go drop this one over here, and then I'll lift this one up and put it on that tech lab.
Been waiting on you.
Now, what you're going to want to do when you defend your base is you're gonna drop my next command center right over here. Oh, and I'm actually going to go to the high ground.
Sure.
You have to watch out for this Zergling attacks will come right when the lava
Seismic
comes.
activity is increasing.
And you want to make sure this wall is complete here. Now, I actually don't have to move this. I can just leave it there and it'll be safe.
Alert. Lava surge imminent.
I have to make sure this doesn't
Evacuate
die.
land immediately.
And it seems to be doing okay. Make sure that's okay. Good deal. Lift this off and land it over here.
Add-on complete.
There we go. Now I've got 2 barracks.
All clear.
I'm gonna build
It is now
medic,
safe to
2
proceed with
marines.
mining operations.
E.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, I don't have any income. Well, I had better take care of that then. And unfortunately, when you land, it resets your rally point. That's kind of lame, but I guess there's really nothing you can do about it. So just make sure you land, set your rally point, unload all, and then they'll automatically start mining for you. Alright, now we've got to defend 2 bases, and the way we're going to do this is most of the Zerg attacks actually come from a base right over here. Well, actually, there's a lot of bases over in this part of the map. So, oh, look at that. Pop stim. Oh, no, I lost the medic. That's okay. Look at that. Look how good those Marines are. Excellent. Unload all. I'm going to grab these SCVs, which got stuck behind.
I'm listening.
Ah, now I have an income. Okay.
Armed and ready.
Upgrade complete.
So I'm just going to let these guys mine, and occasionally we'll get Mutalisk attacks if that's the case. There's actually about 3 different types of attack groups. You'll have a strong ground-face group, which will be Zerglings and Hydralisks. You'll have a smaller attack group, which is mostly just Zerglings, and they like to sneak around here, just around this corner. So if you stand back here, they can actually get away. So you want to move up closer to here. And then there will be a small group of Zerglings, and then there will be a group of Mutalisks. So if the Mutalisks attack your command center, just load up your guys into the command center to protect them, and then bring your attack force over here to help kill the Mutalisks. And then all the other attack forces you should stop as long as you're standing in this choke right here. So we're just going to build up our army.
Please state the nature of your
That is our number 1 priority. And also protecting our command centers to make sure they don't get fried. Now, as we go and kill these Zerg bases, we're going to get money. We're also going to get more Reapers. Because they just kind of join the battle whenever they feel like it.
Gangway. Coming through. This better be good.
You rang.
Now I'm going to grab the next round of mercenaries here.
We can use some help.
Mineral field depleted.
And actually, we don't want to move out until we can leave a few guys behind. So that's what this force is going to do right here.
Mineral field depleted.
And I would actually love to auto rally. Oh, here comes an attack.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, so now you can see the problem that we have to actually run quite a ways away.
Seismic activity is increasing. Caution is
Lift
advised.
off. And I'll explain it in just a second because this is actually quite thought intensive.
Alert.
Ah,
Lava surge imminent.
we got everyone? We got everyone?
Immediately.
Okay, army.